How's it going? I'm Mikey, and nobody asked for my opinion of ZOM 100, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. I said that nobody asked me for my opinion, but in reality somebody did. I swear, this was not planned. Seriously, I'm as surprised as you are. How am I supposed to keep an honest branding if people actually ask? What do I call it now? Somebody asked for my opinion? No. Maybe. I don't know. Sounds like a problem for future Mikey.
Anarchy! 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 I don't even know what that means, but I love it!
Moving on, ZOM 100. 100 things I want to do before I become a zombie. Interesting title for sure. So I actually wanted to put off watching ZOM 100 until every episode was released. I wanted to be able to binge it just in case I liked it. Unfortunately, I had been put on an indefinite hiatus due to production issues. I'm not a fan of cliffhangers, but I couldn't hold off any longer. I had heard the opening theme for the show through other social media outlets and got hooked on it. Luckily, they released the final episodes of the season while I was watching, though I did have to switch from dub to sub, not a big deal. Please forgive me if I mispronounce any names. Here we go. ZOM 100 is an anime adaptation of the manga series written by Haro Aso and illustrated by Kotaro Takada. It was produced by Bug Films and directed by Kazuki Kuwagawa. The series aired from July 9th to December 26th, 2023. I do my best to talk about shows without spoiling anything, but just to be safe, this is your warning. So what is this show all about? Zombies, right? Yes and no. Akira Tendo, at the age of 24, is stuck in an office job that he worked tirelessly to obtain, setting aside family and friends for the chance to work at a production company that now consumes his life. He doesn't even have time to sleep most days. His boss is just awful, mandatory work after hours, basically no days off. Luckily for him, he wakes up one day and realizes he doesn't have to go to work anymore because a zombie outbreak has occurred in Tokyo. He would rather live in a zombie apocalypse than go to work. I feel that some days. Instead of being sad or distressed, he takes this opportunity to create a list of all the things he wants to do before becoming a zombie, and makes it his goal to try to complete as many of these tasks as possible.
I'm free!
Our quirky protagonist Akira Tendo is not always the sharpest tool in the shed. Maybe he took a few too many hits to the head during his days playing rugby. Tendo is lively and full of energy now that he doesn't have to go back to the office, taking risks just for his own desires, no matter how stupid they may be. Eventually he teams up with a few others and they all work well, balancing each other out.
Sorry, but I can't see myself teaming up with you. You're not someone who knows how to analyze risk.
On a beer run, Tendo meets his complete opposite, Shizuka Mikazuki. Analyzing risk is more than just a hobby for Shizuka. She won't even give out her name unless she feels like it is safe. Don't give her too much grief though. Shizuka is very fit and smart. You wouldn't want to get on her bad side. Her time spent with Tendo does lighten her up a little bit. She eventually learns to live a little, but those lessons come with headaches along the way.
I've been stuck inside this room this whole time with this monster. I'm starting to lose my goddamn mind. That said, there's one thing in my favor right now. My drunk ass just so happened to pick the bondage room.
Later on, after realizing he has more free time, Tendo decides to call his old friend Kensho. Tendo's good pal from before his life was consumed by work. A fellow rugby player, he always keeps you smiling. Kensho was a real estate agent before all the zombies crashed the housing market. He supports Tendo on his ridiculous adventure and even adds a few things he would like to accomplish to Tendo's list. This show would not be the same without him.
I owe you all a debt of gratitude for assisting me here.
Huh?
Thank you. My name is Beatrix Amahausa.
Hold up, a foreigner? A girl?
Where do I start? Goodness.
Finally, we have Beatrix, a German who knows more about Japan than its own citizens. Falling in love with Japan's culture at an early age, she decided to travel there at the worst possible time. Her dreams of experiencing anything normal in Japan may be ruined, but that doesn't stop her from trying. And let's not forget she's a total badass. Now onto the more technical side of things. The animation of ZOM 100 is out of this world. My favorite part is the vibrant colors of the blood that help ease the severity of the zombie apocalypse. You are seeing the world through Tendo's eyes. Overall, the character designs are better than average. Nothing too wild, but definitely not boring. And I mentioned the theme song earlier, Song of the Dead. Even if you are not that into anime, the intro animation and song are worth watching on their own. So do I like ZOM 100? Very much so. It is a solid 8 out of 10. I would recommend giving it a shot if you're looking for a blast of fun with a deeper meaning behind the story. Sure, it oddly manages to work in anime tropes, like a bathhouse episode during a zombie apocalypse, but it does it from a fun perspective. Currently, as of this video, you can watch ZOM 100 on Hulu, Netflix, and Crunchyroll. Also, this is not an anime I would let children watch. Nothing overly sexual, but it definitely has some plot. I'm sure they've seen worse, but I'm not taking the blame.
Simple decisions. More often than not, this causes employees to sink into
exploitative companies. I'd hate to work for one of those.
Now to my final thoughts. Tendo is doing more than just completing a list of silly tasks. He is living his life despite its challenges. He teaches you to look at the brighter side of things. He should inspire you to do more than work. Follow your passions and put in effort to make yourself happy. That is what I believe is the true message of ZOM 100. If you enjoyed the video, think about hitting the like button and subscribing. Also, let me know in the comments below how trash my opinion is, and give me yours. Alrighty, I've said enough. And if you ignore the fact that this video was a request, nobody asked anyway. Take care of yourself.
It's bitter. It's bittersweet, but still delicious. I really am so happy to be here.
Welcome to Japan.